when I get to a stage that if I want to go to Dubai tomorrow, I'll go there freely without stress or without disturbing anybody. So I've gotten to a stage in life where I feel okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Nice. So let's finish you.
Today I get question for you, really controversial. What is your perspective of figuring out life?
Figuring out life, like where you gonna see at least you don't achieve something, or at least you don't. So you don't see things clear. Well, that question, just like you said, is broad, so it's also depend on the person. And from my own perspective, the level where I go reach where I know say I don't figure out life, it's never going to be 100% because life is like some people say we always learn. When I did SHS, when we did like high school, they be like there's nothing else above that. You understand? It's as if we have it all figured out. Then that way we are the prefect in school with everything. Also, when we come to 100 level, we can't be like say we'll be just one. You see that?
New face.
You understand? And then when we were in school and then we reach level of like 200, 300, be like say, oh, we have figured out how the school system works and all of that. Then after everything, you can't finish school. You can't,
different phase.
So when we talk about figuring out life, I believe it has phases. You understand? Yeah. So it depends on the level or the category or the, segment that you are at that time in life. You get level, I don't know if you watch a bit of old people. You can see someone that could tell you, say, oh, as maybe when they even die, safe, they'll tell you, say, oh, had they been there, know therefore they do this. So when you talk about figuring out life, I don't think there's a 100% answer to that. It's all about figuring out life in the level that you find yourself. Okay. You understand? So currently, make I say myself, let's say figuring out life in career-wise, right? Career-wise, I figured out my life because I know where I am. I know what I'm doing and I know what to keep doing to, keep up the progress. So if I say career-wise, I figured out my life because I know what I'm doing. Okay. You understand? So I'm not in that show of what I go do, what I no go do. Sure say I go do this kind of thing. Sure
so what of in society? Society, like what's something or what's the pressure in society in figuring out your life? In your 20s, most especially, since we are all young people, and most definitely people will go still see them now. People will still they figure their own life out too. So what's the pressure in society now in figuring out your life?
Well, like I said, when it comes to figuring out life, it is different depending on the stages you have. Mm-hmm. Take for instance your papa now. Let's say we are in our 20s and then maybe we are in the late 20s or kind of like around the mid 20s, right? Mm-hmm. Your dad or your family people, especially for the ladies, they expect that by now you have a functioning relationship, a stable relationship with someone that can progress into something very serious in the future. So when it comes to figuring out like the pressure around it is a lot, depending on first of all the society that you find yourself, the mindset of the people you grew up with, especially your parents.
So let's bring it down to Africa.
Yeah, that is where the mindset even counts more when we talk about Africa, because like I said, if you be lady, where you did like your mid 20s, even early 20s, there are parents that have the perspective of Charlie, by now you should have someone that you are, looking forward to marry. You understand? That is the pressure, because realistically, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. You understand? You might not be in that shoe. You might not emotionally be in that shoe, psychologically, everything. You might not be in that shoe, but since your parents are actually expecting that from you, it's a pressure. Sometimes too, as a young guy, right? The society looks like the way the society have placed things, it will be like, see, as young as you are, you should have a car, you should have this and that, you should, at least put yourself in some kind of level. Even peer pressure is part of the pressure when it comes to figuring out life, because you can see, say, your guy, they drive this car. You understand? You can't do, sometimes not even about what your friend is driving or the fact that your friend is driving alone. Sometimes, small place where you for go, you can't go there because why? You don't have the mobility to reach there. Some things you are supposed to do on, daily basis, you can't do. So, the pressure around figuring out your life is a lot, and it's also depend on the level you are, the people you are rolling with, the perspective of life that you decide to, have for yourself.
Okay, that makes sense. So far now, what do you think you tell somebody that is still figuring out their life in the same stage or in the same career that you think you said you figured out your life out in career wise. So what's something you'd advise somebody in the same career and be like, okay, if you do this, do it this way, you figure out your life, or you will figure out your life in this process.
When we talk about pressure, in the first place, when we talk about pressure, my career has a lot of pressure when you are actually coming up. So I like this question that you have asked me. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm in the trading industry and I'm a Forex trader, but like I said, it comes with a lot of pressure in the sense that, bro, everybody want to be profitable. You understand? And bro, there are times when people that you know, people that you just saw yesterday, or people that just started not quite long, they are doing far better than, where you are. So there's a lot of pressure. You understand? There's a lot of pressure that comes with my own career, my own industry. So the advice I'm going to give to someone that is here to actually, get things together psychologically and, deal with the pressure that is around the whole stuff is, it's still about the same advice that I would give to anyone when it comes to life itself. You see, at the end of the day, it's personal journey. You understand? You can't really compare anyone to yourself. You can't really compare the progress of another person to yourself because there are different factors that affect progress. Some people have financial aid, like in my industry, right? No matter how good technically you are good on the technical aspect of the career.
Yeah.
If you have financial let's say slow financial income, you're going to have issues with progress. You understand? So the advice I'll give is that make sure you centralize your progress around yourself. Make sure that you are the master and then the topic of your, should I say, journey. You understand? You look at where you were, where you are right now, and where you are heading. That is all I can say because that is how I was able to actually tackle that. You understand?
Yeah.
On your side, what can you talk about, the pressure that comes with your career? What would you advise those people that are, coming up in your field? And by the way, have you, do you also count yourself as someone that have figured out, life around the career side?
As for me, I don't think I have, because with our career is a bit it's very open in the sense that a lot of people are now into tech. So I'm into tech. I do websites for people. I build custom websites based on orders. So with the career wise, I think I've not yet figured myself out completely, but I am on the way getting there. And for the pressure is that, let's say when you're looking for a job or something in the career wise, you need a lot of projects, and then they expect you that just came out from, let's say, the university, you just graduated or something. They need you to have 10 years. They need you to have 10 years experience, which is crazy because where am I going to get 10 years experience from? I mean, fine, maybe you can say, okay, I can build projects, or I feel like with my career, you need to give people opportunities to prove themselves. Not about the experience, because if you are talking about experience, let's say I graduated last year, where am I getting 5 years experience from? Or 5 years work experience, which is very hard. So that's the case. And with figuring out life in general, I think I have not yet figured out life, because I feel like I want to get to a point in life where I can be able to do things without having to bother anybody. So financially, let's say today I feel like I want to go out. I can go out, make my spendings without depending on anybody. So when I get to that particular stage in life, when I have different streams of income, possibly or definitely a wife, kids, you're okay, you're living fine, then I can say I've arrived. I'm not looking for 10 billion, $100 billion. No. When I get to a stage that if I want to go to Dubai tomorrow, I'll go there freely without stress or without disturbing anybody. So at that point in time, I think I can say I've gotten to a stage in life where I feel okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Alright, man, that makes a lot of sense, and that is the reason why there's a lot of, crime and fake stuff in the, I think literally every workspace, especially in Africa here, because it's crazy how you ask someone who just graduated from school of experience instead of, taking them in and, having them do the internship around your side. Anyway, guys, I believe we have shared our own point of view. So if you have your own point of view about figuring out life, please don't forget to leave it in the comments, and please give us a follow and also share the video to your friends. Thanks for watching.
Peace out.